I do want to ask, something hopefully a little bit more optimistic. Is there optimism? Is there hope? You're the Fidesz party initially, when you joined, was a really big movement of the youth. Is there anything that looks hopeful? Is there a youth movement? Is there going to be any kind of change? What do you think we can hope for?
Well, I am rather optimistic in terms of the future, because I'm not a very defeatist person. So many in Hungary believe that this is the end of the country, it's the end of democracy, and it really looks very bad in these days. But first of all, because I witnessed the collapse of communism, it gives me also a lot of hope, that was such a system, including the Soviet army present, and still this whole system collapsed, with a completely unexpected way. So I don't think anything lasts forever. Bless you.
Thank you.
And of course, so what I think is that, what the problem in Hungary is that we don't see where this perspective, or when this perspective will open, because also the nature of this regime is that it shows itself bigger than what it is. It's not only shows Hungary bigger than what Hungary is, but it also shows itself bigger than it is. This is one of the Fidesz baseline, that they always have to show stronger than what they are, and it's difficult to see the perspective when they see so robust. But this is actually not such a robust system, because it's really it depends on one person. Mm-hmm. It's a clientelist system, which without Viktor Orbán would collapse like a house of cards. And of course, that is a problem, because that creates some kind of chaos, because the Hungarian legal system, the constitutional reality, it's not a coherent system any longer. So I think that Hungary will have a kind of inflection point when there is some internal and external, momentum when they meet. This was also the end of the communism, actually. So the thing is that Orbán system is beyond its peak, because the seventh wonderful plenty of years, it's over. So the big economic recovery between 2013 and 2020 was ended, not only by the COVID, but by itself. It's a 7-year cycle. A lot of economists in Hungary identified already the end of this period. So, and plus COVID came, and plus the war. So it's quite a heavy burden on the upcoming government, Fidesz government. So this wonderful thing that they can provide to the 2.5 million voters, anything what they will not continue. So, but of course the regime can last long, because they have a lot of control still, but it's shaky. It's much shakier, and we just don't have to treat it as such a solid and robust system, and we don't have to fear about that. And I think there is a younger generation of not just politicians, it's a younger society who see the world in a much more globalized way. They really think different. I have 3 kids, and the youngest will have her 20th birthday tomorrow. And I can see that they all study abroad. They really think in a different way of where we are and who we are and how big we are. And so I think that, there was basically always a hope for a future generation. But and this is why I wrote this book, to tell them to somehow pass over a kind of institutional memory of what happened, and I try to write it in a self-reflective way. We really mess it up, my generation, if I can say so. We can help them, but they have to figure out how to get out of this. But the momentum will come, and they just have to be ready.